Hey, Tony Lesesne, welcome to the Hollywood Spotlight, where we're going to focus in on a new documentary film called Dawg Fight, a classic. Billy Corben, the director, is one of my favorite documentary filmmakers. I think he's one of the best since Michael Moore. And Billy Corben has been able to do some amazing work, from The U, about the University of Miami 1 and 2, Cocaine Cowboys, and Cocaine Cowboys 2, and many more. What makes this story so compelling is the way the characters come to life. You share their trials, tribulations, and challenges, and you feel their pain up close and personal. I'm going to introduce you to the star of Dawg Fight, Dada5000. And you guys need to know about him simply because he's the man.
I feel that it was a great need. History often repeats itself, right? And I got an opportunity to roll with a couple individuals that I seen that when they transcended on to bigger and greater things, I told them, I said, hey, listen, you guys, I feel like you're leaving this game too soon. It's a lot of work that still needs to be done, you know, and I took it upon myself to finish off where they to actually go further from where they left off. And I started the backyard, you know, fighting, and I deemed it very necessary because of the individuals that was inside my community that were not educated, that does not have a trade or a skill. What they do have is responsibility, obligation, bills, and debts, you know, which puts them inside a repetitive situation as far as going back into the system. So this was an alternative towards violence to put them in a position to say, hey, listen, you can get out there and defend yourself. And if that individual did it, why can't you?
You got to roll with Kimbo Slice. What did you learn from that experience?
I learned, you know, that it's a lane for this. I learned that, you know, it's a need for this, it's a market for this, and that great things can come if you put things together the right way.
Talk about some of the misconceptions about it.
Backyard fighting, they say it's barbaric, they say it's gutter, they say it's gruesome, they say it's no worse than cockfighting or dog fighting. The truth of the matter is this: if you come from where I come from, the people that talk about that, they've never been there, right? So I encourage them to look a little bit deeper, because the air smells a lot different over on that side of Perrine than it does over on Pinecrest or Palmetto Bay, right? So when they come over, the news, the medias, this, that, and the third, they see, wow, they understand at that point why these guys are doing what they're doing. Because it has been proven that individuals could come from nothing, you know, and go to something. So the driving factor, the motivation force, the average person, they're not going to actually understand it until they actually come there.
You know, there's always talent that emerges from every environment. And one of the things I think some people may misunderstand is the fact that it takes some talent to go out there and do what you do.
It takes talent, it takes heart, it takes
a lot of guts and balls.
Yes, grit and wittiness, because when you get inside that ring, it's so close, you could trip into a punch. So you have to utilize your head, because if you don't, then you'll lose it. You know, so I take my hat off to all of those guys. You know, maybe it's all that we just talked about, or maybe their situation is just that pressurous that their back is against the wall. So it's either I go into this ring knowing that I'm not capable of walking out with this face as I woke up and I went in there with, or me going back to pick up, you know, a weapon to go out and take something from somebody. And I would want to add this in. I would rather have these guys in my backyard fighting for an honest buck so they could be productive and pay a bill and put food on their family tables, opposed to waiting in your backyard to tie you up because they have no other options.
I hope you enjoyed this special edition of the Hollywood Spotlight, the documentary edition, here on LMG TV. I'm Tony Lesesne, and I'll see you next time. Be sure to go catch a movie.